Why, hello there. My name is Courtnee Danielle, and I'm a singer, songwriter, music producer, audio engineer, and sound designer. I know, it's a long list, but we're gonna get into it because this is my song, Do Not Enter. Do Not Enter. Okay, girl? And we're gonna talk about how I produced it. Yay! A little thing about me is that this song, I made it 4 years ago, but I've always been a bit shy about releasing music. But I've done it today, it's been done, and let's just get into the song and celebrate it because it's so beautiful and I love her to death. So yeah, before we get into this, stream the song. She's linked down below. She's out now, she's new, she's fresh. But yeah, stream the song. Okay, so first when I'm producing, I love to start off with the piano because I'm a piano player. So usually what you'll see in my Logic files is that there is the Steinway grand piano. Usually I take it out by the time I've made the song, but for some reason this song I left it in. So let's get into the chord progression. So we're in the C major scale, and I'm not gonna lie, she's a bit jazzy. Literally every chord is a 7th chord. Why I did that, I cannot tell you, but I love it, I guess. I don't know. Something about it, I guess. I don't know. But we start off with A minor 7th, and then we go to F major 7th to G major 7th, back to A minor 7th. And then after that, we go to D minor 7th to E minor 7th, back to A minor 7th. And then we finish it off with F major 7th, E major 7th, and then we go back to A minor 7th. I don't know, sounds like great music to me, if I do say so myself. Okay, so after we get the chords and the foundation of the song, I love to try to figure out what the textures are. For this song, I think I really wanted something gritty, something a bit darker, so I kind of landed on this edgy synth bass that I found. I lowered all the chords down an octave for this, and I paired it with brass. One thing about me, I love mixing instruments with synths. I love the combination and the juxtaposition of this grit, of this unnatural sound with the smoothness that comes with an instrument. And brass is what we're using today for this song. Next, what I do is I add another bass line, but I want it to be a bit more rhythmic and have a bit more drive. So that's what we did here. All the notes are based within like the root notes of the chords that we used. Yeah, she's cute. Now I did the same thing that I did with the synth and the brass, and I combined the fingerstyle bass with a lead synth. So that's cute, but it's a bit dark. She's heavy in the lower end. So how do we get that middle range up? For some reason, 4 years ago, I decided that the marimbas was the way to go. Why that is, I don't know, but I love it. She's cute. So we build off of that same chord foundation with the marimbas, and then we add our own little rhythmic edge pulsing back and forth. But one thing you'll notice is that there are 2 tracks, so each sound is panned to each side, like so. Yeah, she's killing it. Yeah, this is what it sounds like. Okay, so now that we've introduced the song, it's time to get back into the chorus. The chorus is essentially the same thing, but we add the percussion. Ow. As a sound designer, I make all different types of music, all different genres, but this was my first time making a house-inspired pop song, and a huge inspiration for the drums was Fierce by Azealia Banks. Because she's that girl. Because it ain't down. Okay? So yeah, that's what I was really kind of like inspired by at the time. And yeah, I love it. What you'll see is I use 2 different electronic drums. The first one is dub smash. This one really hyper focuses on the kick and the crashes. When I was listening to house music for inspiration, to me, this was the most important part of the percussion lines. Because this is how you know when to go down. You feel me? Like, ow. but it moves the song, it drives the song, it lets you know when the downbeat is. Now next we have electronic pop, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I chose this electronic drum because of the name, because she's cute. But no, yeah, I really love it. This portion of the percussion really focuses on the hi-hats and that snare drum, and really getting in the in-between so that you can feel the movement that makes you want to dance to the song. So let's listen to it. Yeah, I love it. I don't know. I think it's great. Great. So the next section, just to preface, the structure of the song is a bit wacky. I think what had happened was I became so obsessed with what I made that I just felt like it had to repeat. So that whole verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, pre-chorus, chorus. Yeah, it's not giving that. It's giving 3 choruses. But I can do what I want. So I did. It's my music. If there's a law in music that says you can't do a lock tempo, you can't. Anyway. Besides that, as we get into the second chorus, which that's what this is, I was really inspired by Perhaps when I made this song. Cruella had just came out and the song was in the movie, and I was like, I need to make something like that. I need to lock in and I need to make something like that right now. So, just like there's a key change in Perhaps, there's a key change in my song too, Do Not Enter. So we started out in C major, but now we're going into A major. And the leading chords are E major 7th to E major, A major. I think it's perfect. I think it's so great. Yes. So one thing you'll notice about this section is there is no percussion. I feel like I really wanted to make the chorus feel earned, and also so much of this portion is so based within the ethereal nature of the vocals that I kind of wanted to lay low with this. I feel like it's really nice also because you go from the dance feels, the dance feels to more of a flow state, but you can still dance to it, but it's just like a different rhythm, you know what I mean? For this section, like the first section, I start with a grand piano, add all the same textures, start off, and I create a new rhythm for the bass that is based within the root note. So we use the synthesizer and figure bass for this rhythmic bass once again, but this time we add a clean guitar to the texture. I feel like it adds more of a nicer mid-range to it, so it doesn't feel as dark as the first portion, and it also goes along better with the vocals. It kind of is that bridge to meet in the middle. It's also super reverbed, which I really like too. I love a good reverb moment. So yeah, the marimbas, they persist throughout this with the same rhythm, but now we also have a new synthesizer. To me, it gives a bit more pad, but it is a lead synthesizer that adds a bit more ambience to it, adds a bit more of that ethereal taste that we get with the vocals. Now, we're in our next section. Chorus 3! Yes, the third chorus. Let's get into it. So now we're back to the same formation as the first chorus. We're back in C major, and we're using essentially the same instrumentation, but we are holding off on the percussion, and we have also lifted the brass up an octave. So it sounds like there's a bit more of a build to this portion. Now, when it comes to percussion, when we get through the first 4th count, we have new electric drums. This is mainly a kick and a sub bass paired with it, kind of giving that deep pulse feeling. And the goal for this is to really build up to the chorus where the percussion drops again and we finally have the dancey vibe. So that's fun. But yeah, I really wanted to make that percussion, make that moment of the chorus feel like it has been earned. Also, what you'll notice is right in that last quarter, in the last 4th count, when it comes to the bass, the fingerstyle bass and the lead synth and that clean guitar, there's nothing there. I believe we've added some anticipation for the chorus. What? It's the small details, guys. It's the small details. But yeah, I love that part. Now we're back to the first chorus. And I know you're like, Courtnee, we just did that. Why are you going over it again? Well, here's the thing about this chorus, or the second time around with this chorus. It's not the same. It's a bit more, how does one say, intense. So the sub bass and kick that we added in the third chorus that we just got through still persists in this main chorus as well, giving it an underlying sub pop, like a punch, like a drive that just keeps going. I don't know. I made it 4 years ago. Don't come for me. We've also added 2 new synthesizers, one to be added additionally to the foundational chords, really adding like that pulsing feeling that really drives the song and makes you want to dance. And then the next one adds to the bass line with the fingerstyle bass and the synth lead. And that will allow for the same thing, another pulsing new sound, new energy. This song is fuller. It doesn't feel like we went through the entirety of the song and then we're back in to the first part. No, we went to the entirety of the song and the song is building and it's getting bigger. Now, my favorite part, the bridge. I love a good bridge. If you've listened to any of my music, you know I love a good bridge. So my goal for every bridge that I make is to elevate. My biggest music pet peeve is when the song is building and building and building and building and getting good and getting good and then getting good, and then just plops. It just ends. It's just over. It's just the chorus again. Yeah. Not my music. We don't do that. I don't let it get good and good and good, and then there you go. You've had it all. That's enough. That's all I want to make right now. Like, no, girl. We're going to get big in the bridge. The way that I do my bridges is they're usually very vocally heavy. And this bridge isn't that special in the sense that I didn't do much different. It really is kind of a copy of the chorus, but I had to add a bridge. I had to add a bridge that connects the vocals with the deep darkness that comes with the content of the production of the song, because it is pretty gritty. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of seventh chords, it's a lot of minor chords, so it is get pretty dark. But how do we meet in the middle? So you know how I met in the middle? Strings, clarinet, flute. So the first tracks that you see of the strings, clarinet, and flute, those tracks are connected to our bass line that we talked about previously. So it just kind of adds this like new texture, this orchestral feel, and I just want it to be grand. I want it to be big. I want it to feel important. So yeah, that's what this adds. It just adds to the textures, and then along with that, because like I said before, I love an instrument paired with a synth doing the same thing, making one instrument together. I added another synth lead to go with it. Now we have the second string track, which is literally my favorite. It's such a godsend, and all it does is it just feeds off of the same foundational chord progression that we had in C major in the beginning. But she's so grand, she's so big, and she's so beautiful. And as she progresses into the bridge, we add a second layer of those strings going up an octave. So we literally feel that build of the song in our soul, girl, in our soul. And it's my favorite part of the song, literally. So yeah, we get this part. Anyways, that's the entire song. Yes! I hope you enjoyed my breakdown. Ask me any questions. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel. If you like it, if you didn't like it, what did you like, what didn't you like, what would you do, what would you do different? I don't know. I'd love to know. So yeah, let's make a discussion. I love hearing y'all's opinions and your thoughts. And if you also make music, let me know what you think. Yes. Also, stay tuned. I will have more videos talking about the way that I created the vocals for this song, the way that I mixed the vocals, the way that I mixed the entirety of the song, and really getting down to the nitty-gritty of how the song was created and how I work as a musician, music producer, and engineer. So thank you. And let's listen to the song.